What is up, world? It is Mikey from Immortals Inc. podcast, and we are here with the full-blown celebration. No, they don't make noise, but we did. We made the noise for you. Gentlemen, take it the hell away.
It happened. Just like I said it would. Pretty close. It happened. So, Blood Bowl Season 3 has been officially announced. They put out like a really short video, like a 30-second or so like video on Labor Day of all things.
Greatest time to announce something.
So we're coming in a little late on this. I know everybody else has already beaten us to the punch, but that's fine. One of the first things I want to discuss is why did they pick Labor Day to announce this of all days? So, as I talked about in the last video, I said we're going to hear an announcement at the Nova Open. And that was literally the weekend. It was the Labor Day weekend before Labor Day. And it's baffling to me that they didn't, since they clearly put some effort into this, they made a fun little animated trailer. It's tapestry style, and they clearly, and since it was so short, people were going to talk about, people were going to talk about it afterwards. So it's weird that they didn't do it at the Nova Open. And what do you think about?
I'm thinking, let's be honest, they were just doing it in the celebration for the 70th birthday of Waffle House. That's my joke. I don't care.
A Waffle House. That's great.
That's the most American answer I could think of. But
you know what? I'll do this to that.
Both brawl-centric locations.
Exactly. Especially at 2 a.m. But
can I have my waffle, please? I don't know if you guys
gotta fight instead.
Have you guys ever seen that video where somebody's fighting and he's like, "Can I have my waffle?"
Yes.
I think I have seen that.
So I think, honestly, the reason why they might have pushed it back was they literally kind of had their entire shebang removed from them. This was going to be the last little, hey guys, we have this awesome little teaser for you at the end. And they had their whole thunder thrown away, and they're just like, you want to say, screw it, take my ball home with me, screw it.
So yeah, specifically, you're talking about the Kill Team leaks that happened earlier.
No, it was the actual 40K release. That was
40K stuff.
It was specifically 40K, and that was going to tie into the Kill Team stuff.
Oh,
so a lot of leaks got dropped, and Games Workshop had to officially announce it. Which I don't know why. They could have taken the place, like I said probably last time. They could have taken Wizards of the Coast response and just say, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. But they decided to agree that, yep, it's real. We'll talk about this down the road. I think at that point, there's we're taking our ball home with us.
Because these were some big leaks. This was stuff almost a year down the road that they were planning. It's some big stuff. And it was supposed to be the culmination of a media campaign.
Yeah.
So it's possible that there was maybe a directive from on top saying, no more. We're completely rejiggering how we do our announcements because of these leaks. So we're just literally canceling all these events, and then they just said why not just do it on Labor Day?
Whatever. It's close enough.
Figure that out at time.
Right.
But it has been announced. It's officially announced. The things that we know, it is indeed Bretonia and the Tomb Kings. It's going to be a full box, just like all the rumors talked about. We know that it is coming this year.
Yes.
Ooh.
When, though, we don't know.
Yes, the two salient questions are when, specifically this year, and for how much.
Ooh, and this year's almost over, gentlemen.
Yes.
I know.
So
name your price.
Have talked with Carlos, though. As long as we go ahead, he's going to bring up something on the Discord. You can get it here at Immortals Inc.
Boom.
He's always been good with us on the pre-orders.
Yes. He likes our weirdness. He wants to encourage our weirdness.
Embrace the weirdum.
So if I had to throw out just a guess, I'd say the earliest it could probably actually be in hands would be late this month, September. It's possible because I think they've had this ready to go for a while and it's just kind of gotten pushed back. So it's possible all the boxes are already sitting around somewhere slightly dusty. So it's possible it could be early September. More likely, my guess is going to be mid-October, possibly late November at the latest would be my guess.
I'm thinking November, just so that way it hits that Christmas drop.
Oh yeah, that's true. They just want to bank in those holiday sales. That's a good point.
That way they can go ahead and get it right before. They can go ahead and get the pre-orders down at the beginning of November. They'll have some secret sale right around the Black Friday, and then we'll go ahead and just have it drop right around December. So that way, they can say, "Hey, we got our 2 teams in. What are you talking about?"
Yep.
We're promising 2 teams. Also, another fun thing we do know now is that we were also kind of correct on the first one too. So it was going to be Tomb Kings and High Elves. They are also putting out a flyer inside the actual starter kit where they're reworking all the teams, including High Elves now.
Yes.
So the next 3 Spike magazines that we know of are going to be, I think it's Bretonnians first, with 19, 20 will be Tomb Kings, and 21 will be High Elves. They did announce.
Did they announce that?
Yes, they did.
When, today?
No, it was in the in that.
I know
release.
that because when they talk about doing a team of legend, they just put out like a free PDF on the internet.
No, they said they were going to do a whole thing about it at the end.
I must have missed that.
It was written at the bottom.
Okay, all right.
It's like more on this and every team apparently is getting reworked because there's a lot of new updates.
Good. So I believe this is going to be a D&D 3.5 situation where it's not going to be big changes. It's going to be modest erratas and updates and clarifications.
I don't know. They did change a couple skills already.
No, that's true. Yes, but I'm looking forward to it.
We got rid of our
really
rope.
Excited for this. That was clear. I'm really genuinely excited for this edition. It looks really good. The miniatures look great. I love those Bretonnians. They look so good.
I actually can't wait. It's kind of that whole concept I like where they don't look like they're super agile, but they are a very fighty throwing team, which is what I want.
It's really interesting.
And they've got 6 knights. 2 guys are throwing, 2 guys are catching, 2 guys are punching people in the face.
Yeah,
that's their whole shtick. And it's going to be, because it's a good starter team, a good starter box, the team itself, like the throwers and the catchers, they have everything you need for a throwing and catching thing. So the guys got they got pass, and the guys who are catching, they got catch. And they both have nerves of steel, which basically says, I don't care if there's people around me.
Right.
I'm just catching it with whatever I want.
He's going up, getting laid out.
Exactly.
He doesn't matter.
He don't care. And that's what we need for like a good starting throwing thing.
It's interesting that both teams don't have a quote unquote big guy like a troll or an ogre. I think
They've got
I wonder
the
if that
Kings.
was, but they're not. So they're not.
They don't have nega traits,
They're
but
not big. They're like they're
strength 5 minis are not big
but
guys.
they're not. I don't think they're considered a big guy though. I don't think they are. They're like pseudo big guys. Like I said, they don't have a nega trait. So anyways, I think that's one of the reasons they picked these 2 teams. Is they didn't want to have to say like, "Oh, sorry, we didn't give you the ogre and the troll. You got to buy them separately."
That, and this is apparently the first box that they've ever released that did not have some kind of orc on the front.
Ooh.
You're right.
So this is 40 years in the making. This is the first time that they do not have an orc on it.
On the box. Wow.
It is a human verse blank, and it's usually an orc, and this is the first time it's actually the Tomb King.
Wow.
Mummies.
So it's super weird and super interesting, and I'm loving it. They've got 2 sets of dice in the box, so that way you don't even need to go ahead and buy a second set. You don't have to share
tricky
it.
to find dice.
Nice.
As we all know, you get your math rocks. You got to go ahead and keep them on your hand because they're
Math
mine.
rocks. That's great. How long has it been since you got that shipment to your house where it didn't come with the rule book inside? Was it the rule book that was missing, or was it the
rules?
The rules. How long has it been now?
Those guys.
Since that shipment, because that video's up here.
That was my thing. I was saying like this was proof that there was a new edition coming. A couple months. I can't remember when I got those.
That had been like a month
June?
ago.
I think you got it back in like June.
Month and a half ago.
Something like that.
Okay.
Unless time's flying, because it is.
Other fun thing, and I didn't want to go ahead and talk about this because I try not to bring other people outside of this room into this meeting.
Go for it.
But one of the things that my wife actually recognized when she was looking at these, when we were looking at all these pieces, she went ahead and my wife is hyper focused on very hyper focused things and very specific. She used to be a framer back in the day. So one of the things that she noticed is they changed the kerning, which is the dumbest thing I can think of, because I'm looking at this going, it looks the same to me. She's like, no, it's slightly off and it's slightly like apart and up a little bit. And I'm like, what's going on? And then my artist friends are starting to look at this like, holy crap, she's right. And
the kerning very specifically is like the space between letters. And we noticed that on that box for the
new one.
that I said, the one that didn't have rules, this is proof. The B is ever so slightly closer to the other letters in both blood and bowl.
Yes.
Yes, the B was a little bit closer.
And it was so weird. And we're
Yes.
like,
That's like the
okay.
first. We look back at recent stuff, and that was like the first instance that we noticed the B was ever so slightly closer.
So we were like,
And we're like,
maybe.
no, this is way too obscure a thing to bring up on the podcast. People are gonna. I mean, like my evidence is already suspect. If I start talking about kerning, I'm afraid I'm going to turn too many people off. But yeah, that was your wife's discovery.
Yeah,
and
she called that one
on
out.
this new box. Indeed, the kerning is similar.
matches
The
identically.
B is just a little closer.
Yeah, you didn't want to kern people away.
So
bitch.
that was one of those things. It was like, oh man, I'm gonna bring that up, and she's like, oh, do it. I want my name out there for this one.
And now you doubled down.
Yeah.
You got the bet back. Give me it all paid in full. It's got to feel good. You guys have put a lot of time in.
Indication on this, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, there were moments towards the end. I'm like, I don't know.
I got to be honest. Like I was like, once that Sunday had passed and there was nothing, I was just like, okay, I'm going to put my attention to other things. I was already planning out the apology video, and I'm like, well, what other events are like coming up that there could theoretically be?
It was like the
announced?
October Open,
Warhammer
maybe.
Day. But no, and then just like. I just eating pancakes with my kids. I get a ding on my phone. Holy shit!
I'm sitting there like waking up, dealing with my mother-in-law, going, "What the hell's going on? My whole phone's blowing up. Oh shit!" I'm like, I don't care what's going on. I need to watch this real quick.
Yeah,
Right.
And then like 10 minutes because I was also listening to another podcast, and they were talking about it. And it's like, well, what are we gonna do? We don't have anything. And then Ron's like, "Dang!" I'm like, well, let's get off that. Let's just jump right over this. So there was that, and then that made that hour go back a little faster than it should have.
Right. And I'm at the air show with jets blasting in my ear, so there's no way I could have known anything. And I still had no idea. So that was news to me when you just told me that.
Yeah.
So
It was a quiet announcement.
it was.
Like it was just like I said, a 30-second video just on their page.
Super
in an
interesting.
email. They sent it an email a couple minutes after that.
Of course. Yeah. The only other thing I want to say is they did go ahead and fix throwing, which is one of those things I've got to
Some
read.
of the things we
That's
mentioned
what you
this in other
mentioned.
videos.
Yeah, you
too.
mentioned that a while ago.
You mentioned them getting rid of the
Wildly
people
inaccurate.
Don't like wildly inaccurate.
Which basically means I now can no longer throw a football backwards 8 squares. potentially.
Accidentally, yes.
Accidentally.
Yeah.
It's sad because it happened at a game that me and my one friend were playing over the weekend. And we now probably won't be able to talk about our third-party teams that we were making.
Oh yeah, we were Josh and I were home brewing teams, but we'll talk about them eventually.
Eventually, we'll see if it fits.
Right. Plus, there'll be more information coming out over the next few weeks, I'm sure, next few months. So if you guys, like I said, you guys want to subscribe, you probably should turn notifications on for these guys. You could watch the playlist, and they post very actively. Members only get the first videos before everybody, actually. And then we have a Discord, too. If you want to join Immortals Discord, it's right below in the description.
And remember, we play Blood Bowl here at the store
On Sunday.
every Sunday, 4 p.m. to close.
Exactly.
And they kick us out.
Tentatively.
Now is the time to start learning. Like I said, you learn this edition, you'll be primed when this other box drops.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll-
They're going to be close.
Exactly. Very well said. Well, thank you two gentlemen for coming on. We have a bunch of alcohol coming in here in a few moments, so we got to cut it off. Bunch of grog.
Mine is still out.
Whoa. His is still excited over here. That's crazy. You
We're
know what?
number one. Blood Bowl.
Woo!